to you guys with another story time. Since you guys love my story time so much, and I love clearly to embarrass myself, I'm gonna continue to do so. Alright, you guys. So, before we go ahead and jump right into the story time, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Also, turn on your post notification bell so that we can be updated for when I post. You guys, I wanted to go ahead and do vlogmas this year, but unfortunately, it's not looking like that's gonna work out for me this year. So, next year, I got y'all for real, for real. So, without further ado and wasting any more time, let's go ahead and jump right into the story. At this point, I'm just convinced I just be doing anything. Like I just be doing anything. So basically, this story time is going to be about the time that I met this guy off POF. When POF was popping, I want to say from the ages of 18 to maybe like 23 before it got like real, real unsafe. And it was just, nah, you can't be on the app no more. So, okay, I met this man on POF and we were talking a month prior before I actually met him. I like to, give it some time before I actually meet them because people be crazy, like crazy, crazy, and you just never know somebody's intentions, especially if you are driving with that person. So I just wanted to take some time to actually get to know him before I got in his car. Well, we were talking, and everything was going great. I never actually seen him like, how sometimes people FaceTime before they actually meet the person. Well, he didn't have an iPhone. He had an Android. So, I mean, there are apps to, see people, but for some reason, he would always try to avoid those type of apps. But I was just thinking maybe because he didn't have a haircut or he just wanted to surprise me and just you get what I'm saying? Like sometimes, because sometimes when I don't have my hair done or whatever the case may be, I don't like to be on FaceTime. It's not because I'm catfish or I'm trying to not make the person see me. It's just if I'm not up to par, I'm not gonna get on FaceTime. That's just me personally. Some people are not okay with that. They like to see what the person looks like or whatever. But when it comes to me, I'm not doing that. So fast forward, we have been talking for a month prior, and everything was going good. We talked on the phone every night, blah 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 blah. The normal things people do when they talk. So fast forward, I want to say it was that weekend. It was a Saturday, and he was like, he was finally ready to see me. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go ahead and plan something. So the plan was for us to go to the beach and eat on the beach. So, which I thought was so cute, which was so romantic. So I was like, all right, I'm down to go. So, the day comes and I'm getting all dressed up. He's letting me know he's updating me, letting me know he's getting ready and he'll be here like I think around 7 or 8. You know, at that time it's dark, obviously. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I start getting dressed. I'm in my cute little two piece because for some reason, me as a bigger girl, I love two pieces. So, he was supposed to be here. He gave me a time frame between 7 and 8, but he didn't get here until 8:30, which was a first red flag. But I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Things happen, and it's not a big deal. So at the time, I get in the car and we're driving. So as we're driving, like I don't know, like when you pass, you know how they have the street lights and you're passing by the street lights, you can kind of see somebody's face, but you're not able to see somebody, like you're not able to see their face. So that's what happened. So we're driving, and we're heading to the location to go to the beach. And as we're driving, we stop at the red light, and I just happened to turn because we were talking, and I just happened to turn and notice he don't look like what he sent me. Y'all, your girl got catfish. Y'all, I know y'all thinking like, damn bitch, again? Damn, you gonna do this shit again? Sis, yes, I know. I know. And you thinking like, so when this happened, why you ain't go home? Y'all, just bear with me. Let me finish the story. So I'm like, so now I'm like, damn, this man look nothing like his pictures. What the fuck going on? So I'm like, okay, let me stick it out because you never know. Even though a nigga might be ugly, they might have a great personality. So I'm like, okay, let me just stick it out. So we finally get to the beach or whatever, and mind you, it's dark. You can't see on the beach. So we go to where we finally reach like the boardwalk. If you live in Florida and you're from Hollywood, you know that boardwalk where all the restaurants and everything like that. So we finally reached that area, and it's light in that area. So now I can see what he actually looks like. Y'all, if y'all, I wish I could show y'all what this man looked like. If I could find a picture of what this man looked like, I'm gonna post that shit right here. Okay, if I can find a good enough picture of what this man looked like, I'm gonna post it right here. Remember, I said that. So, I'm like, damn, like this man is really ugly. Like, and I don't like to use the word ugly because when I have kids, y'all, I don't want my kids coming out a certain way. You know how that be. So I'm like, damn, like this man don't look nothing like his pictures. And on top of that, I was really gonna leave you guys, but I was like, nah, like, how can I even do that? Because sometimes when you try to leave or whatever, like some men don't take it too lightly and they'll follow you. It's like this, mind you, this man picked me up in front of my house. It's not like I walked on the street or anything like that. So I was like, damn, like that's my first mistake is fucking up and making him pick me up from where I stay. And I know y'all gonna be in the comments just chewing my ass up, but it's life. It happened. It's been years since this story time. I just decided to share it with you guys. So okay, so we're walking or whatever, and we get to the restaurant. We ate at some restaurant at the beach. If I can remember the name, I will write it somewhere on the screen. But it was a restaurant on the beach, and we got there, whatever. And when we got there, our waiter was just looking at us like crazy. And I know she probably looking like, damn, this pretty ass girl with this, I guess, a creature, because that's what the fuck he looked like, a creature. So she probably like, damn, like, but that's neither here or there. So then, we get to talking or whatever. The thing about it is, what made me be very comfortable with him, I should say per se, was because the fact that he knew how to hold. He had a good conversation. Like he knew how to hold a conversation. He was smart. He was in school. Stuff like that is what attracted me to him. What I didn't like was the fact that he catfished me. So what happened? So then we're talking, and the conversation is great, but and I'm not a person who really go for looks, but if you're just like way the attraction is just not there, like it's kind of hard for me to see past that and just look at your personality. So that's what it was for me. So I'm still talking to him, and we're having a great time, and we finished eating, and he was like, we paid. Well, he paid, and he was like, "You want to walk on the beach?" So I'm like, "All right, cool." So we're walking on the beach or whatever, and he's trying to hold my hand at this point. Now he think we a couple. Baby, this ain't no couple. We just made to slow down. You move too fast. But I was like, I didn't hold his hand, so we're still walking along the beach, and we're talking, and what happened? We're talking, and we're still trying to get to know each other. And he's asking me like if I'm having a great time, if there's anything else that I want to do. And I'm like, nah. At this time now, it's about 11 o'clock. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we was sitting there talking for a little while. Because like I said, he has great conversation. He's ugly, but he has great conversation. So I was like, all right. So I'm like, now I'm trying to make an excuse to go home now because now we done been out here for a while, and even though he had great conversation, I was not feeling it. It wasn't for me, so I'm like, not gonna make an excuse to go home. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got work tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure you have things to do, so I don't want to just keep you just out here, you know, for so long or whatever. And he's like, no, I'm having fun. We could stay out here, till 12, and I don't have to get up till what he said 10 o'clock. And I'm like, no, cause even though I have to go to work, I still gotta take my brother and my sister to school. So I'm making up all these excuses to go home. So then was like, he was like, no, 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 just let's just stay for a little bit. So now I'm starting to get aggravated because I'm like, I don't want to be out here with you no more, and I'm ready to go. So then I'm like, damn, should I just go ahead and just Uber home? Because at this point, I don't want to be here, and he is like not trying to take me home. So after I want to say maybe 5 minutes of convincing him, he finally is like, all right, we can go. So we get in the car and we're driving, and then he proceeds to stop at the liquor store. Sorry, this isn't my house. This this isn't my house. This is not my house. Sir, what's going on? So I'm like, so I asked him, I'm like, why are we here? Like, this isn't my house. He was like, oh, I thought that we could drink or whatever, just for a little bit, you know, because I don't want you to leave me. I feel like it's still too early. I'm like, sir, like, what part are you not understanding? Like, I have to go to work in the morning and I have to take my brother and my sister to school. Like, what are you not understanding? So now at this point, now he's getting attitude because now I feel like you're trying to kidnap me. And I'm not saying, like, you know, yes, I am a big girl, and yes, I can hold my own, but it's only so much, it's only so much you can hit a nigga until, you know, he let you go. And plus, mind you, I'm in this man's car, so I don't know what he got in his car. Like, he could have, like, you just never know. So I'm like, damn, like, know how to, like, mind you, I'm still kind of young at this age, so I'm like, damn, I don't really know how to go about this. I don't really know how to do this because my thinking skills at that time wasn't really up to par like it is now. So I'm like, damn, how the fuck I'm gonna get out of this? So I'm at this point now, I'm pleading with him. I'm like, listen, I gotta go home. I can't be here anymore any longer. I don't know if my mom's gonna start calling me because she knows like I work in the morning and stuff like that. I have to go home. So then he was like, you really don't want to drink? I'm like, no, I can't. Like, you know, I gotta get up. I'm telling you, I gotta get up. You need to take me home. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna take you home. So I'm like, all right. So then he does leave the liquor store, and we're driving home. So as we're driving home, I noticed that he getting a little too touchy feely. So I'm like, hold on, sir, you ugly. You're basically trying to kidnap me, and now you trying to touch me. Okay, you're running it. It's time to go home. It's time to go home. So then I move his hand. I'm like, hold on, like, what are you doing? So then okay, I don't know how it happened, but I ended up having to fix my shirt. And can y'all tell me how this man dipped his whole hand in my shirt? Y'all, I never moved so fast. Like, it's like I swung his hand. Like, I didn't do, at this point, I didn't give a fuck. I swung his hand. I didn't give a, if that shit broke. Okay, I swung his hand. So then he was like, damn, like, why you did all that? I said, cause you didn't, first of all, why are you touching me? Like, you ain't asked no permission. Like, I barely even know you, and you just touching me. Like, and I said, and you was catfish too, cause why? Because now I see why you didn't want to get on these apps. Why you didn't want to FaceTime me or make me see what you look like, cause you knew what the fuck you look like. He was like, what are you talking about? You knew I look like through my picture. I said, you don't look nothing like your pictures. You look nothing like your pictures. So what are you talking about? So then he was like, damn, like, so what you trying to say? I'm like, honestly, I just want to go home. I'm just ready to go home. You ruined it for me or whatever, and I'm just ready to go home. So then we finally make it to my house, and I'm getting in the car now. I don't want to talk to him, like, I'm about to block him too when I get in the house. So then I get out the car or whatever, and then he gets out of the car. So I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm trying to give you a hug. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, I don't want no hug, because I feel like you really just, like, violated me when you just stuck your whole hand in my shirt, and you didn't ask, like, you ain't, like what you got going on? So then he was like, I ain't mean to disrespect you or nothing like that. It's just that I found you very attractive, and I said, that's not the, like, you, I'm like, maybe next time, you know, maybe next date, you'll get the hug, but as of right now, I'm just ready to go inside and lay down. So then he was like, all right, well, I'll call you when I get home or whatever. So I wait till he leaves. Before I go inside, I wait till he leaves. So then he leaves, and I get inside. Y'all, the first thing I do when I get inside is I block this man off every thing, because we did end up adding each other on every social media, you know, Snapchat, Facebook, you know, the whole 9 yards, Instagram, everything. So I'm like, damn, like I really got played. And I know y'all thinking, and I know y'all probably like, damn, a giver, like you just don't learn. Y'all, this is like a matter of growing up, like over the years, this type of stuff happening. So it's not all in one of year of me just not using my brain. So yes, y'all, that was my POF horror story. And yeah, I pretty much learned after a while of going through these things with these men and doing what I was doing. So I learned. Yeah, so yes, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoy this story time. Y'all, I'm just always embarrassing myself for y'all because y'all like these type of story times. So as I'm continuing to do them, I have more stories if you guys want to hear that as well too. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Before I go ahead and close this video, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, turn your post notification bell so that way you can be updated for when I do posts. And I want to thank you so much for rocking with your girl and enjoying my story time.